doing stall. No, we're not doing stall. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. We're not doing stall. I said not stall. Okay, there we go. All right. Hello. How's it going? How's everybody's day going? All right. We'll go ahead and send out the Discord thing real quick. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. I have to do my taxes. I'm not looking forward to it. It's honestly not gonna even take that long. I don't think I've like earned enough income to actually even warrant getting like any tax breaks, but I should probably still like or like anything back. But oh, FE Awakening, nice. Fire Emblem Awakening, yes. I was thinking FE Sharp for a minute there. But no, Fire Emblem Awakening, gotcha. Have you played a lot of Fire Emblem games then, or are you trying to get into them? I want to get into them at some point. I don't know. I always say stuff like that, but I do want to get into them. I just know I've tried them before, and like with my personality, whenever somebody dies, I'm just like, well, time to reload till everybody lives. Hi, Corey. How's it going? Like, the permadeath is a big turnoff for me for Fire Emblem. Just because, like, anytime anybody dies, I'm gonna feel like I need to reload the entire game, or reload the save and, like, do over. But why is Majima? Yeah, I skipped the how. I had where, I skipped the how, and I just went straight to the why. You should have seen the Discord notification. I think it says, I use single men to feed my crab addiction. I know FE 2 people I watch, but this is the first Fire Emblem game I'm playing. Okay. Yeah. I remember one time I got I was watching this guy for his Advanced War content, and then I found out that he was not a good person. I was like, oops. Oh well. Oopsies. No, Makoto does to a Majima. Nearly done with FF7 Remake Run 2. Oh yeah, that's right, you said you were starting it off on easy mode. I guess it was good enough to play through twice then, huh? Talking to Makoto Data. No, Makoto Data. Just like, you know, how Kingdom Hearts has its digital spin-off game where you play as digital Sora. We have a digital Kiryu. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't done something like that as a spin-off game. Just like, it's digital Kiryu. Maybe that's too on the nose for them. Who knows? Maybe they will eventually. Maybe they'll like contextualize a minigame in like VR or something. Right before the final boss. Okay. Oh, maybe if I ever get through like SMT and stuff, huh? Recoded unironically has good combat too. I know it does. It's such a shame that both of the Kingdom Hearts DS games never got remakes. They remade the like Game Boy Advance one. That's fine. They did that on PS2, but like they gave us just movies for like $3.58 over 2 days and stuff. Like is it? I haven't played any of them yet. Man, so behind. I don't know. That's why I feel like, why am I thinking about buying new games? There's just like so many old games. I downloaded Blueprints. Oh, is that roguelike puzzle game? I heard that it came out and it had some like really good reviews behind it. It's a puzzle roguelike? Yeah. Like the fight before him isn't any better. But yeah, no, Recoded has some really good combat. I think it's the best implementation of the deck system, like the command deck system, and like the variety of gameplay is actually pretty good too, because you have your like RPG section in there, like a turn-based RPG section in there with the Coliseum, and like you get Cloud on your team and everything, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, and there's like the 2D platforming section at the end of was it Twilight Town? There's some fun stuff in Recoded. It's a shame that that one in 358 over 2 days never got remakes or ports or anything proper. Like 358 over 2 days, combat feels a little stilted compared to like Recoded even, because Recoded feels a little bit better. Like 358 over 2 days is somewhere between 1 and 2 in terms of its combat. And then like Recoded was able to like do a bit better. The last 4 encounters in that DLC are generally telling the player, hey, wake up! Are your hands on the controller? Are you aware of what you're doing? Would you say that the games are fairly easy then? Like the FF7 remake games are fairly easy? If the final boss is like a huge step up, or like the DLC one boss is like a huge step up? Oh no, not by a mile. They're not easy by a mile, or they're not hard by a mile? I do wonder that. They aren't easy. Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. I was wondering if they like made them kind of like noobish friendly so that more people could enjoy the games, and then maybe make like hard difficulties, but it sounds like that's not the case. Okay. Okay. Later encounters in Rebirth are a effing nightmare on higher difficulties. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know how difficult the original was. I think some of the like extra bosses in the original were super hard, weren't they? The like Ultima enemies or whatever, like the post-game bosses and stuff. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, like, playing easy in a lot of games feels like cheating, right? That's kind of the point. But yeah. Yeah, those are hard. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't understand how I'm supposed to be buying new games when, like, there's so many old games to get through, you know? I guess I still kind of want to. Like, I'll still buy, like, the Rideout game, but that's, like, a remake of an old game I was going to play anyway. And I might still play the old game eventually. I don't know, I just think that, like, video games have started to hit a saturation point where, you know, they're competing, new games are competing with, like, games from, like, 20 plus years ago now, you know? Or, like, 20 years worth of games, you know? Like back in the day, in like even in like the early 2010s and stuff, or well, let's say early 2000s, right? If you wanted to play like everything in like a racing genre, I feel like you could get through most of the stuff in a, like most of the standout stuff in a racing genre. Nowadays, like you have all the classics and then you have new stuff that's come out in like the last 20 years or so, right? So, and that's like the new stuff, you know, and that's just like for one genre. Like, what if you like racing games and you like, I don't know, fighting games? You really like competition, right? So you like fighting games, you like racing games, so you have like lots of options in both of those. They can take up endless amounts of time. Let's say you like single player games. You like your big, expansive, explore world, open world exploration. Back in the day, you had Skyrim and like probably some other games like it. Or the Elder Scrolls games and like games like that. I know The Witcher has some games that are kind of like that. I think Witcher 1 and 2 are a bit like that. So, you know, you had games, but then like nowadays, like there's so many open world games, you know, ones that don't even need to be open worlds in some cases. I don't know, just like any genre you can think of, it feels like there's so many classics and there's so many like things you could be playing, and that's just for like one genre. I feel like books and movies are like this too, right? Like you're never going to be able to read all the romance books anymore. That's just not happening, you know? And like that'll eventually happen with video games, because video games they're more like they take a while to get through, kind of like books do. Like movies take a set amount of time. You can really dig into a singular movie and like understand about its like the making of it and everything about it, and try and like learn about all the actors and like really dig into the source material and everything and all the inspirations and like how they did different shots and everything. But like the medium itself, like the actual like piece of media is like a set duration of time, like a couple hours, right? Video games are variable in length because it can take you a variable amount of time to beat it depending on difficulty, how deep you go into some of the mechanics, how much of the content you actually complete. And they're usually longer than 2 hours. In fact, if a game is 2 hours, it's expected to cost like way less than it would if it was like, you know, 30 plus hours, right? Honestly, the craziest thing about FF7 Remake is that it lies to you about how open the world the actual actually is. Because it's like, yeah, this area you're getting is like a lot bigger KH3 level, but basically, what's right there? Oh, so it's basically the open world section in Final Fantasy 13 or the Pirates of the Caribbean level in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's kind of like that, where it implies that it's bigger, but in reality it is like a set amount. Okay, interesting. Yeah, those games look really, really good. Like they look like they've been really well crafted. I don't know. There are definitely some games that like don't need to be open world, but they are just because I don't know, I guess somebody up top thought it would be good for sales, but yeah. What was I trying to say? But yeah, no, I think that like kind of like how other mediums have it, so where you can't like read every single thing in a single genre. You have to get like very specific. Like there are people who will spend like most of their time just playing like one series or like a few different games, especially games that are designed to like keep you coming back every day and like putting in like an hour or two into them, right? Like if you have a couple of those, you can't keep up with anything else. Like if you enjoy like, I don't know, Fortnite or Warframe, Destiny, any sort of like MMO or anything that like wants you to come back every day and play for like a couple of hours, you can only keep up like one or two of those games. Speaking of KH, oh yeah, Destiny Islands music. Yeah, KH music is so good. I was trying to think. Man, I heard a song in a YouTube video and it was bugging me because I couldn't figure out what it was from. I don't know. I don't know if I've even like was it? Oh, was it Kingdom Hearts music actually? Was it? No, maybe it just sounded similar to a song in Birth by Sleep. Maybe. I can't think if it was or not. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of music that just gets reused between YouTube videos, so. Apparently the P4 remake might be announced in June. Might be announced in June. I can't think of it now. What was it? Mostly because I have a different music and like playing in the background there with Destiny Island, so it's hard for me to like think of a different song from like 3 hours ago. I'd have to like go back and watch the video. Oh, shoot. What was it? It was whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So Summer's Game Fest is in June, so maybe, who knows? Man. I know, I really thought the P4 remake was gonna be after P6, but I guess not. Oh well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully it does better than the P3 remake. Hey, if it does release sometime this year, I'll be able to say that I've played the original P4 and the remake of P4 in the same year, so that'll be interesting, right? Atlas will do everything besides P4 remake. You mean besides acknowledge P1 and P2? They will do everything besides that. I don't know. Maybe they'll port P1 and P2 to the PSP versions to modern platforms. Honestly, I think there's a decent chance of them doing that at some point because it's relatively low effort. The only thing that would be somewhat more effort on their part is probably trying to like localize the games, maybe give them an updated translation. Not sure how they'd handle like some of the elements of P1's story, or sorry, P2's story. Think we'll ever get an official Eternal Punishment translation? Well, I think there is an official translation. Will we ever get a English version of PSP Eternal Punishment, I guess, right? Oh, speaking of, I don't know if you guys saw on the Discord, but there was a unofficial patch for episode I guess that gives it an English translation. It works pretty well. There's some like clipping stuff because it's English text, so it's a bit longer horizontally than the original Japanese. Yeah, ignore the funny guy with glasses, not for anybody from the 1940s. Episode I guess? Oh yeah. You know the like mobile game from like the early 2000s that was on Japanese flip phones that has you playing as Aegis on an island and has her like some like backstory about her? They ported that to Switch and Steam, but only in Japanese and by like a company called Gmode. I guess they contracted out to them. I don't think it's even like the full game. I guess the first mission. My bad. Yeah. You're right, my bad. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, there's a patch for it now that puts it in English, including the UI and stuff. So, might be worth playing through again at some point. It's not too long. It's kind of repetitive because the dungeons are really repetitive. Yeah, no, you're right. My bad. I was just being stupid. I don't know. That's another thing is like there's so many games that like keep getting fan translations and stuff that like even add to like the games. It's kind of like unearthing. It's like archaeology. It's like unearthing a game. Like if SMT if ever gets a translation, it's gonna be like archaeology. Like, oh my gosh, we've discovered a new game in English. You know, so I can go back all the way back to the roots of Persona. But yeah, I don't know, like how far back do you trace that? Because like you could technically trace back games like forever, right? Because you could trace them back through the series, you could trace the original back through its genre, its influences and stuff. Because there's SMT if, and then there's the original SMT, and then there's SMT's influences. I don't know. I mean, Persona 1 is the first game with the actual name of Persona. But they do reference SMT if in Persona 1. Very offhandedly and just like once or twice, but they do reference it. Although Persona 2 has like references to another SMT spin-off with its like agency where you change like cognition or whatever, which was interesting. It'd be kind of interesting if they brought that mechanic back in a modern Persona game, wherein, you know, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, you can like change how the world is based off of like rumors you spread. So you can get like new weapon shops and stuff to pop up throughout the game and influence a few other things. It was a pretty cool system. It was pretty like railroady. There were a couple of options, but like it was mostly just like a natural progression for the story and like gameplay. But it was pretty interesting. Like it was a very interesting system and like an interesting way to contextualize it. So okay, well, it's been like almost 20 minutes, so let me hop over to the actual game. Yeah. There it goes. I just saw a tweet that said the writer for the Yakuza games, what the Fujoshis and the RGG studio would like to see in these games. That's funny. That said the writer for the Yakuza games, what the Fujoshis. Oh, okay. Ask them what the Fujoshis and the RGG studios. Sorry, reacquaint me with the term of Fujoshi. I think I understand what you said, but like Fujoshi, I know that's a specific term, but I can't think of like what it is exactly. The Yaoi girls. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay, I understand now. I can guess what they wanted to see. Gosh darn it! I fixed it. I fixed it. I fixed the problem on Steam of it like, giving me the like Xbox prompts. How did I fix it? Hold on. How did I fix it last time? I think it was like I went to Steam and like I disabled and then re-enabled the Steam input. Because it was working fine last night. It literally says I'm using the official layout for the Persona or for the PS4 for the Persona 4 controller for the PS4 controller. No, whatever. All right, we're just gonna have to live with the Xbox prompts. It annoys the heck out of me, but whatever. Yeah, I gotcha. I can guess what they asked for. More Majima X Kiryu. More. All these clubs gonna be different. Paradise League is full of those shot pounding, cork popping, let the good time roll types, you know? Not really. You know, party people. The type who order a champagne tower before they even sit down. Ah, not my kind of people. I was like, yeah, so wasted and woo, this party is off the chain. Or whatever it is they're saying these days. Okay, so they're the kind of people who thrive in a high energy atmosphere. Not really my style. I concur, Kiryu. Not my style either. Me either. That's why we need some girls in here who can really kick things up a notch. So we match high energy customers with high energy girls. Sounds right to me. Just so you know, the league champion is Aika, also known as the party queen. I take it she earned the title? Well, when it comes to brightening a mood, she's world class. They say she can turn a funeral into a party. Dun 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 dun. Just a coffin dance. Wow, sounds like we got our work cut out for us. Yeah. So I think we're going to need to make sure our girls can hold their own at a party. Good point. Oh, hey you two. Kyoki-chan, Kana-chan, what's up? Well, since Kana-chan just joined us and all, I was hoping we could throw her a little welcoming party. That's thoughtful of you. With what money? I spent it all on lobster, Corgi. I went around and ate at all the restaurants and like completely cleaned out their menus. I have no money left. That's why we're doing this first. I need to run this at least once or twice so I have some money in the bank account. That's thoughtful of you. Thanks. It's something I'd like to make a habit of. Well, we were just talking about learning how to be more upbeat. It'd be good team building experience too. Then it's settled. No time like the present. Zubaraya would be the perfect spot for this, Kiryu-san. You're footing the bill. With what money? I have like 50k on me. I guess that is enough for a party, probably, actually. Yay! Not yay. I somehow managed to spend like 2 million yen on on food. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What's with the scrolling subtitles? Are we doing karaoke? Oh. I see. Oh gosh, cuties. It's okay. I've seen video. I know where this mechanic originated from. I've seen soccer wars. No! No! I forgot QTEs! No! Wrong X button! Ah! We can do all this? We're gonna at least do a couple rounds of the girl stuff. Sorry, cabaret girl stuff. I'm out of money, so I need to get some money. Okay. Jeez. But yeah, no, I think this is like a dating sim game thing. Okay. But it's more fun if I don't do it. Come on. It's more fun when I mess up. Oh no. Wrong X. Wrong X. I had a chicken once. I mean, technically true. I don't know what would have been the right thing to say there. I wonder if one of them is just like letting the time run out. Like not say, sometimes saying nothing is the right way to go. This is kind of fun. I haven't played any dating sim games too much. I don't know, it could be kind of fun to play a dating game. I feel like it would just be a lot of reading though, so I don't know if it'd be fun to do on stream. Huh. Kiryu. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys like dating games? I feel like I've played a lot of games with dating sim elements. But like I haven't played, but I feel like I need a bit more gameplay with my games for the most part. Excellent choice. Okay. I wonder if that's this mechanic is also used in the Hangouts with the Platinum Girls. I'll have to do a little bit of that at some point. That's kind of fun. Oh, maybe our team chemistry still needs some work. We'll just consider that part of Forshine's charm, I guess. Lack of chemistry isn't charming. That was probably my fault. I thought I did okay, but I guess I missed like a few of them, huh? Well, we went out together and got to know each other, so wouldn't you say we're all a little closer? You're right. I feel like I know Yuki-san and Kana-chan way better already. But next time I want to dig up some dirt on Kiryu-san. Ooh, that sounds good. Let's save that for another time. With strong bonds like this, we should have no problem taking on Osaka's Heaven's Goddess. Alright. Time to make some money! Unless we get interrupted by another cutscene. Nope. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So, right. Spend a minute. Club management. Let's take off all the girls who are tired. Put on our new platinum girl. But yeah, we'll just do a couple of rounds of this, and then that'll be enough money to keep us going. And then I think we should probably go do some sub stories. I guess one other thing we haven't done is we haven't done too many mini games recently, huh? I don't know. I kind of feel like doing some sub stories today. I think that would be fun. As for if we're gonna do all of this, I think for the most part, I think we'll eventually do all of it. Yeah, should be fun to do some sub stories. I wonder how many people go through the Yakuza games without doing any of the side content. I feel like the side content really makes it for me. It'd be interesting to go back and play some of the earlier games and see how much side content is in like the PS2 versions of 1 and 2, or how much there is in 3 here once we get past this game. Yeah! Howdy, partner. How you doing today? Yeah. Menu. It's true I haven't fought the super boss in any of these games. I don't know, maybe I should at some point. Having fun with the ladies? Oh, we're having so much fun. I am broke, so I'm milking money out of the single men to feed my crab addiction. So Kiryu needs crab so he can punch faster and harder. Better, faster, stronger. Ever, hour. Ever over. I can't believe it's already Thursday, man. Where does the time go? It goes by so fast, it feels like. Not too many guys because we're at the start of this new area, I guess. Or like lobster addiction. I don't know. It never feels... I don't know. I never feel like I have enough time. I wonder sometimes if I'm putting time into the right things, you know? I have a bad habit of procrastinating by working on other things that I technically should be doing, but like isn't important right now. Like I started, rather than doing my taxes yesterday, I started like revamping like my audio settings. Oh yeah, let me know if my mic sounds okay, by the way. I spent like some time like redoing mic settings yesterday, so hopefully it sounds a bit better. But yeah, so I worked on that and it was good to do probably, but like, man. Also the mic did not sound great on the last, on Tuesday's stream, so I was like, man, something must be up with it. But no, I always find a way to justify working on something that's still, like, I find a way of keeping myself busy, but like sometimes it's with the wrong thing, you know? I don't know. Menu. Even back in like high school and like with college and stuff, I always had a bad time of like trying to make sure I got homework done on time. Because when I got home, there were so many other things I wanted to do, or I felt like I should do. I know. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like... It's weird because like when I'm at a job or like I was at school, I was fine and I was like a better student just because I did my work and stuff. But I never really like enjoyed or hated school. It was just kind of like a job, and like that ended up transitioning over to like actual work as well. Yep. Ah, shoot. Oh, oil baron. Oh, hey, that's the first oil baron we've gotten. Mash to indulge the old. Mashing. Okay. All right, that was fun. That was our first oil baron, at least. Nice. 1.4 million in sales. We take home a nice, cool 1 million. Very nice, very nice. And that brings us up to 10 million yen. Okay. Nice, nice. All right, let's go for one more round, and then we'll go through some sub stories then. Oh, probably gotta swap out some people, huh? I guess we should keep an eye out for girls who are good at partying, since they are going to be pretty useful for this area. A lot of party guys for this area. Although, for the most part, just keep swapping in our higher tier girls, try and level them up. Stonks, indeed. Where did he get that money from? I didn't question it, but he just had it, like, in his shoes. He just, like, pulled it out of nowhere. There's, like, a block of cash. All right. What'd I do with that much cash, even? Let's say I got like $1 million. No, generally not. Just because I feel like it would be very uncomfortable. What'd I do with a lot of money? I don't know. I feel like I'd just like buy my own house. I probably wouldn't change much. I would like move out and like my lifestyle wouldn't change too much. Maybe I'd get a like Switch 2 with it on launch. That'd probably be about it. I feel like even if I had a lot of money, I'd still want to try and find something to do with my time, like a hobby I could really get into, or like a part-time job. I feel like if you had a lot of money, having a part-time job would actually be kind of fun because you get to pick the part-time job. My uncle's kind of like that. He had a pretty good paying job, but his wife also has a really good paying job, and it was better than his. So he quit his like more stressful job to like start working at a school as like a janitor, and he enjoys that way more. And they still like make plenty of money because my aunt has a pretty good job. So when money stink and shoes, true. I mean, money in general is always like grimy. It's always like, yeah, that's probably been somewhere, you know? Oh, my sister went to Barnes & Noble the other day. They ended up giving her a nickel from like the 1800s, right? Wasn't it? Yeah, it was the 1800s. She got a nickel from the 1800s as in change for like when she was at Barnes and Noble the other day, which is crazy. I don't know. I've seen money that's older than me before, you know, from like the 1900s, but like something from the 1800s is pretty far out there. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh, shoot, I forgot her. Okay, Ice. My bad. I didn't see her the first time. Oh, I got nickels from that far back? I don't know. I guess just because it's still in circulation. It's still legal tender. It's just that most of the time that stuff gets taken out of the, like, the money pool by collectors and stuff by that point, but... like, you can still pay for stuff with, money from, like, that far back. It's still legal tender. It's just usually worth more on, like, the secondhand market by that point. Partially because of, like, them using, like, higher amounts of, like, various minerals or whatever. Like, nickels were actually used to be made out of nickel more. No, they're not so much. Why is Majima? Why are you the way you are, Majima? Well, to find out, you have to play the entire of Yakuza 0, you see. Unrequited love. That is why, Majima. Unrequited love and Big Bro is in the slammer. Do we ever see whatever happens to Majima's bro? The one he was like so worried about and like went off to a bunch of guys by himself that one time. Because like it was a pretty big plot point of Zero, of like how he ended up the way he was, and like they kind of built up that character to be like pretty important. So no, I haven't, Majima. I am 4 games deep and I am somehow only on the 2nd game technically, because I played the prequel of 0, played 1, the Majima game, and then now this one. So I'm 4 games deep and I'm on I am on the 2nd game. You'd think I'd be playing Kingdom Hearts, but no, I am playing Yakuza, so. Then again, I played Kingdom Hearts in an even weirder way. I didn't have like a PS2 or PS3 for a long time, so I played 358 over 2 days first, which is like simultaneously the worst and best game to play first. And then I think I played Dream Drop Distance next on the 3DS. No, I played 358 Recoded, which kind of gave me an idea of what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1. And then I played Dream Drop Distance, which has like summaries of what happens in all the other games. So doing Dead Souls after 4, that's the plan. Yeah, yep, that's the plan. Okay, fair enough. We'll get there when we get there, I suppose. Nice. We got the fever time on the rich dude. Only like 16 more seconds to milk him, but... But no, I played Kingdom Hearts in a really weird way. I think I watched like the cutscene movies of like 2 and stuff, trying to understand what was going on Dream Drop Distance. Doing Dead Souls for Halloween, I'm excited. Nice. I know. It's a little far away, so... You know, it's a little hard to be like, oh my gosh, Dead Souls soon. No, it's like 3 months from now. But, you know, I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you're excited. I don't know. Hey! Oh, bear turn. Okay. Oh. Dead Souls is a week? Isn't Kingdom Hearts a game where the kid locks everyone in hearts? Kingdom Hearts is a combination of Square Enix and Disney, yes. And the plot has gotten unbelievably convoluted, unfortunately, at some point, but yeah. But it does have playable Majima. That's true. Technically, Dead Souls is the first playable Majima game, which is very funny. That I will have played like all the playable Majima games pretty much, outside of like one game where you can play as him in the Coliseum apparently. So Has Kiryu been playable in any of the games since Infinite Wealth? Or have they completely swapped over to Ichiban and I guess other characters being like the playable characters? No? Okay. Right. Because he's like indisposed at the time of stuff. Kingdom Hearts is where two greedy bros make one game. Eh? I don't get that joke. Sorry. Just wait for Majima to fuck around with a gun. Yeah. Outside of pistols, there's not a lot of guns in like the mainline games. Sometimes enemies will have like rifles or something, but it's mostly the Chinese mafia. Gaiden was technically made after Infinite Wealth. Okay. But yeah, no. Kingdom Hearts, I think the story mostly makes sense if you play the games in order, but like anytime you see like one of those Kingdom Hearts explained videos, it's like overwhelmingly long just because of like various retcons and like how characters are all connected to each other and everything. Even playing the games in like order though only takes you so far because there's like the whole mobile games, and there's also Dream Drop Distance, which just gets funky, man. Like they try and introduce time travel, but like they do it in a really weird way where like you have to have like a version of yourself in the time you're going to, and you have to like leave behind your body, and it's like this really convoluted thing. Oh, Disney is Square Enix, gotcha. True. Yeah, you didn't see him like at all. You didn't even see him in his hospital bed or anything. Yeah, I think the other convoluted part of the Kingdom Hearts games was the fact that they were on such different like platforms for a while there, because the original release, so Kingdom Hearts 1 was on PS2. The next game in the series was Chain of Memories on the GBA, and then later the PS2. But not until, but it didn't get remake, I think, until after Kingdom Hearts 2. And then after Kingdom Hearts 2 is 358 over 2 days, which takes place between Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2. And then there's also Recoded, which is a remake of a mobile phone game, like a flip phone game called Kingdom Hearts Coded, that takes place in a digital world that's not the actual world, but does relate to the actual world. And it is made by scanning Jiminy Cricket's journal from the first game, Hi Ghost Cat. And then the game after Recoded, keep in mind, Recoded and 358 over 2 days, which is a heck of a name for a game, are both on the DS. So we have PS2, GBA, back to the PS2, over to DS, and then you have Birth by Sleep, which is originally on the PSP, and then you're back over to, and then you're over to the mobile game with your phone, and then the next one is, I think, Dream Drop Distance, which is on the 3DS, because 3D, Dream Drop Distance, 3Ds, Dream Drop Distance. And then after that is the compilations of the games, which were on multiple platforms. And so you have 1.5 and 2.5, which are compilations of those games. And then after that, you have 2.8, which is a compilation of 1.5, 2.5, and a prologue. It's called like Kingdom Hearts 0.2, which takes place during the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 as one of the prequel characters from Birth by Sleep, and is also a prequel to Kingdom Hearts 3, and it runs on the same engine as Kingdom Hearts 3. And then you have Kingdom Hearts 3. And then now you have the new mobile game, which and you have Memory of Melody, which is a rhythm game. This isn't that confusing without the context, TBH. Well, I'm just talking about the like release order of the games. Like they jump all around over the place. Like I said, until the compilations of like 1.2 and 2.5, they were across like 3 or 4 different like platforms. You had like the PS2, the GBA, the PSP, the 3DS. So that's part of the reason why it was hard to get a grasp on things. And there's also the mobile game, and there's like multiple different versions of the mobile game. Like there is a story related reason why there is a major update of the mobile game to change the name slightly. Anyway, yeah, like the game stories mostly make sense if you play them in order, but like when people try to explain it, it doesn't make a lick of sense. It's just like, I see Donald and Goofy, why does Mickey Mouse want revenge? Why why is Mickey Mouse saying door to darkness? Yeah, there's gonna be a KH TV show. There's a pilot. Oh, that's cool. Live action or like animated? Oh yeah, is anybody watching the DMC Devil May Cry animated show? I don't have Netflix, so I haven't been watching it, but I saw like the trailers for it, and it seems like it was going to be pretty good. Is it good at all? I like it. Okay. Oh yeah? Okay, cool. It's kind of interesting. The animation style kind of reminds me almost of like Boondocks or something. It's pretty good. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, maybe I'll have to try it out at some point. I don't know. I don't feel like getting a whole Netflix account for that, but maybe I could like, I don't know, maybe they have like a free like 1 week or like a 1 week trial or like a cheaper version of it or something that I could like do for like a week and then unsubscribe or whatever. But yeah, it's like within the context of the games show, it's not that bad to understand what's happening. The game show? Sorry, within the game context of the games, it's not that bad to understand what's happening. Yeah, like the individual games themselves are mostly fine. I think 33 Dream Drop Distance is kind of funky because it tries to do time travel and like dream worlds and stuff, but like you can kind of get through it, you know, you can enjoy the ride. Anyway, what's up with this dude? Why does he want to throw himself off the bridge? Hey, is something wrong? He wants to throw himself off the bridge because he's trying to understand KH's plot. Nah, it's nothing. Don't go troubling yourself over me. Tell me what's going on. Sometimes that helps. I'm just tired. Tired of being who I am. Tired of this life. I screwed up real bad, and it cost my job. Yeah, I know there's another DMC anime. I haven't watched that one either, though, so... As soon as the cash started drying up, the wife walked out on me. Thought about going after her. I was too much of a freaking coward. Hell, I don't even got the courage to end my pain. If only I could turn my life around. Or even just find a shred of confidence. Got any ideas? Pitiful, right? Well, here... Okay, hold on. I'm getting distracted by KH again. I will say... KH tried to do time travel. They didn't even like stick to normal time travel rules. They had to come up with their own funky way of doing time travel, and they explain it very poorly. Pitiful, right? Here I am asking some guy in the street if he can't turn my life around. Well, good thing you happened to ask, Kiryu. You can't get more pathetic than this. I disagree. Something that would help him change his life. Maybe that ridiculous self-help book I got from Counselor Seki would be just what he needs. Oh, I forgot about that. Right, we met that counselor guy. Not that I would ever read it again anyway. Here. Maybe this will help. Yeah, for the most part. Huh? What's this? Apparently one of the most popular books in the country. I don't know if it'll help, but it might be worth giving it a read. Hey, I've heard of this guy. This is Counselor Seki's new book. I've been looking for a copy for weeks. Hey, I'm Yoshida. You are? Kiryu. I can't thank you enough, Kiryu-san. You were the only guy who stopped to talk to me. And now this! My new life starts today. I gotta get home and crack this baby open. Oh my gosh. I went to Barnes & Noble the other day. I bought like 5 books. I was like, oh, here's all these books I have on my to-read list. Oh, that's right. I haven't finished the book I have at home yet. Gosh darn it. I have to get through it. It's just like a really dense book. It's like a self-help psychology book. And like, it's really good stuff, but it's like really dense. So I'm just like trying to work through it. It takes a while. Glad I found someone who could appreciate that book more than I do. But yeah. Oh, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, the crown on the book there. Okay. Who is Barnes and why is he noble? Trying to think, how do I make a joke out of this? Because Commoner House was closed. I don't know, something like that. Sora! Which Sora? Data Sora or normal Sora? Gosh. Kingdom Hearts 3. It's called Kingdom Hearts 3 because they have 3 Rikus. Okay, anyway. Oi. Sorry, I know that makes no sense if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3, but yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think. Listen, I'm not good at being witty about things. Sometimes it helps think out loud. You 2 people derp. 2 people derp. How many people have been inside of Sora? 1, 2... Buckle my shoe. 3? Is that 3? Yeah, because 3... 4 technically. Riku went in there 1 time for that. 5. 5? Yeah, 5. 5, because we have... Oh shoot. Then Roxas, Shion. Who's Shion? Ansem put part of his like research in there, and then Riku found it in like 5, so that's 5. Like Riku went in there for a little bit. Out of context, that sounds crazy. In context, it's still pretty weird. All right, Vanitas kinda sorta. Maybe you can make that argument. I don't think technically, because the canonical reason in Kingdom Hearts 3 of why Vanitas looks like Sora is literally just you're the part that like made Ven whole again. Why shouldn't I look like you? That's literally it. It's just like, why not? Nomura was just like, why not? Of course Vanitas looks like Sora, because why not? Anyway. There's so many. Gosh. Kazumi Kiryu? That's me. And then there's also like all the stuff with like Ven and like the mobile game version of him and everything. Dang. Mind if I ask you a favor? That depends. What do you need? Ancient rivalry. Well, you mind doing some judo with us? I know it's kind of sudden, but you'd be doing us a great service.
Cool.
Oh, that one went over my head. Sorry. I enjoy Marvel stuff for the most part, but I'm not super deep into it. I mean, part of Ven's heart was missing and Sora gave him Ven some, and since Ven and Vanitas kind of share everything, Vanitas had no face. It's like, well, I'm stealing that kid's face, got myself. Let's be real, Nomura just thought it would be cool. That's the actual reason why. He backfilled the reason later, but like, he just thought it would be cool, all right? Like, that's the real reason why. Also, I love the fact that he had to retcon why Sora's nobody looked different from everybody else's nobody, and his retcon was there was another boy inside of him all along. Oh, that's so... That was the retcon. Nomura and his retcons. Mickey Mouse's pants. Sorry, I guess it was rude not introducing myself first. Name's Inuzuka. People call me the Bear of Kansai. I'm pretty hot shit in this amateur judo world. These guys are all becoming talents too. Heh, we're practically a bunch of stars. You heard of me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never got into Doctor Who. I remember seeing reruns of like the original Doctor Who on like public access television, which was wild to see. I think I've watched a couple of Doctor Who episodes, like some of the more notable ones, like the Weeping Angel one and all that stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It looks cool. I just don't watch a lot of TV. Did you get really into Doctor Who then? To be fair, it's probably because Rox is actually an important character and the rest of the nobodies aren't important. Yeah. Also because they didn't want to ruin the surprise right away of like Roxas being like Sora's nobody. Like they wanted to like bury that for like the first like half of the game. The Boar of Kansai. It doesn't sound familiar. I'm a bear, not a boar. The freaking Bear of Kansai. Sorry, still not ringing a bell. Oh. Just cut to the chase.
Okay.
All right. Point is, we got a request. We were told to throw down against Kazuma Kiryu. Who asked you to do that? Some swanky ass kid at our school. Goes by Kawauchi. I don't recognize the name. Wait, you guys are still in high school? Why do you sound so surprised? Ripped this man's head. He is bald and in high school. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's why we're asking you to fight. If we do, Kawachi is gonna hand us each a whole cool 100,000 grand.
Cool.
I mean, after Zero and like how it depicted, I think the villain of this game in Zero, like, is it really that surprising? He's giving you that much just for a judo match? Well, it ain't exactly judo. It's gonna be more like a throwing match. And why is that? Just doing what Koichi says. We don't ask questions. I mean, if you don't pay attention, like a lot of people, they don't realize Roxas is nobody until they have Riku say, Sora, he was your nobody. Yeah. Ban Nomura and your exes, your stupid exes, gosh darn it. Man, I enjoy Kingdom Hearts, but there is a lot of BS in those games. I enjoy them, but they are like, oh my gosh. Anyway. Sorry, but this has nothing to do with me. I have no reason to fight you. Maybe you don't got a reason, but we do. I ain't about to let you 100K just slip through my fingers. That's not my problem. I'm out of here. Oh, wait, Koichi said, that dude in the background just knocking over that bike. Said something else too, about how he was finally going to get revenge on the Kamaki school. What? That man just blinked out of existence. What does old man Kamaki have to do with any of this? What's that part about revenge? Something doesn't add up here. Yeah, anyway, we're on our knees here. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Won't you fight us, Kiryu? Oh, fine. I've had worse reasons to fight random people. I need to know why the Koichi guy... I'm sorry, I'm butchering. I've probably pronounced it differently every single time. Yeah. You know that he wanted to name the World Ends With You with a number title, but like people told him it was a bad idea, so he said, okay, I'll do it for Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days instead. Gosh. But to be fair, I mean, that game does have a different title in the original Japanese as well, so even then, like, the title's kind of funky there too. Where in the original Japanese, it's What a Wonderful World, and in the English translation, it's The World Ends With You. Fine, I'll fight you, but I'm not gonna hold back. Understand? Works for me. Rules are, no punching allowed. Only throwing. Now come on, let's get down to business. Didn't he have something to do with it? I thought he had more to do with that. Oh my gosh. Can I not? Oh, I have to grab these guys. Okay. I thought he had more to do with that, but I guess I'm wrong. Wasn't FF15 originally going to be a cage story? No. So the way it works is FF15 got rewritten, but traces of the original character designs and story are present in Kingdom Hearts 3. So there's like a fictional game that looks a lot like the original version of Final Fantasy 15 in Kingdom Hearts 3 when you go to the Toy Story world. And then for some reason, the main character of that fictional video game is the super boss at the end of the game. And like also hints at like what Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be about. So, yeah. But yeah, there's like some of the original like ideas for FF15 made their way into that, because Nomura was like, hey, if we didn't use it for FF15, I still like the idea. I like the character design. We're gonna reuse it for Kingdom Hearts 3. So really, I thought Nomura was a bit more than just a character artist at this point. I thought he like had a bit more say for some of that stuff. Damn it, those arms are too much. Want to try again? I thought he was in more of a directorial role, but I guess not.
Yeah.
No, we good. Just needed to fight you to get that 100 grand. Koichi doesn't say nothing about actually winning. Huh. Anyways, we're out of here. Later, man. You truly are the heir to the Kamaki style, Kazumi Kiryu-san. Who are you? You can call me Matoe. Matoe Kawachi. This guy actually does look a little bit like a high schooler. Huh. Kawachi. You're the guy Nizaka was talking about.
Huh.
Correct. Speaking of Nizaka, I must apologize for earlier. It was merely a test of your ability. A test you passed with flying colors, mind you. Those were nationally respected judo starlets you threw around. Just who are you? A son of the Koichi School of Martial Arts, the rival to your Kamaki school. Our styles have long stood as the twin pillars of Japanese martial arts. The Kamaki School of the East and the Koichi School of the West. My elder brother and I are the joint heirs to our school. What does this have to do with me?
Huh.
Last year, rumors swirled around Osaka about how Master Kamaki had passed down his secret techniques, and his whole school. The heir? A man of the name by Kazuma Kiryu. I have been tracking your movements for quite a while, Kiryu-san. Okay. Okay. My bad then. I thought he had more to do with the game. I thought I could have sworn though that I heard a story like in an interview about him wanting to name like The World Ends With You with a number title, but then they convinced him it wasn't a good idea, so he did it for 358 over 2 days or whatever. Yeah. Maybe that did happen or whatever, but maybe that was like his suggestion was like, hey, let's name it after like the amount of days in the game. And they're like, you do that with your own game, thanks. we'll do our own thing over here. Hold on, Kamaki never said anything about giving me his school.
Yeah.
Believe what you will, but know that the rest of the world does not view it as you do. After all, you're the only pupil Kamaki has ever trusted enough to teach his most beloved techniques. And let me guess, you want to beat me so you can drag Kamaki's reputation down?
Yeah.
Quite the contrary, Kiryu-san. There is someone I would like you to defeat for me. Go on. My brother, third master of the Koichi school. Defeat Gensho Koichi. You want me to beat up your brother?
Huh.
Indeed. It appears he has been possessed by an intense, all-consuming passion. You see, the Koichi school is known for its unique throwing technique, one that my brother was quite well versed in. But that failed to satisfy his desire for power. He would throw day in and day out, tormenting his opponents with his skill. Soon enough, he decided that there are no match for him here in Osaka, so he left to find the strongest opponent possible. Yeah, who knows? It's hard to keep track of all that stuff sometimes. And also, like, there's a language barrier, so maybe something was, like, slightly off in how the story was told or whatever. But it sounds like I had a misconception about how much involvement he actually had with the project anyway, to begin with. I thought he had more of a hand in it. About half a month ago, he showed his face in Kamurocho, having evidently learned of the foe he so strongly desired. I was actually listening to The World Ends With You, Neo, the sequel's soundtrack the other day, and I was like, man, there is a lot of really good music in there. Neo is like, it's a good game, but like it kind of sucks as, I don't know, it's a good game, but it's like way too reliant on the original. It's like way too sequel heavy, where it's like we have to bring back all the characters from the original game and they have to be playable again. I think just like missing the boat on The World Ends With You sequel on the 3DS, or even the Wii U of all things. But like, I feel like if they had made it sooner, it would have worked a lot better. Yes, but like it was too sequel heavy. It was so reliant on the first game, it fails to stand on its own two legs, I feel like. Like, I wanted to know more about the original characters for the new game and everything, but it was like way too reliant on, oh my gosh, look, it's that person from the first game that you liked. Look, there they are. Oh my gosh, look, it's them again. Oh my gosh, look, it's Beat. Oh my gosh, look, it's Rhyme. Wow, don't you love Rhyme? Isn't she a good character? What? You want to know more about the new characters? Pshaw, they're just there so you can hang out with Sho Minamoto. Look, it's Sho Minamoto. You get to play as Math Man. Don't you all love Math Man? We all love Math Man. I don't know. I disagree on that. I think that the new characters got sidelined for the we do love Math Man. Math Man is how I and his battle voice lines are how I still remember to this day, like sine, cosine, tangent. I would repeat that in my head in algebra class to remember some of those actual math stuff, which was very funny. Or just, yeah, we do love Math Man, but it did feel very heavily referential on the first game. Like it felt like it didn't like ever, yeah, go past that, for me at least. About half a month ago, he showed his face in Kamurocho. Corgi, I went through and wrote down all of his like dialogue lines on paper at one point, including the entire pi quote, where he just spouts off like the first 100 or 200 digits of pi. I don't remember why I did this. I think I had some plan in mind for this. I don't remember why, but I did it. So I was just sitting there just like on the like explode, like right before he explodes, just running down like the first 100 digits of pi. About half a month ago, he showed his face in Kamurocho, having evidently decided, okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked from the sub-story. Don't tell me. What? Indeed, his goal is to defeat you, Kazuma Kiryu, the Dragon of Dojima. As his brother, it pains me to see Gensho absorbed by such an irrational obsession. I wish for him to return to his old ways, content in honing our school's sacred arts day after day. Please, you must use your might to break him free from the trance that so violently clouds his mind. I implore you. That's a hard story to believe. Yeah. Well, the Switch port was kind of dookie, not gonna lie. It's playable in like handheld mode, because then it just turns into the mobile phone controls, which apparently the mobile phone port is no longer supported, and so it's been taken off the App Store. And then in like the docked mode, it just like sucks trying to use the Switch pointers as like basically your finger for that version of the game. To the point where I own that version of the game. I've never fully beaten it, but I've beaten like The World Ends With You 3 separate times, twice on stream, and like I have like over 300 hours in that game, in the original save file of that game. They ported Neo to PC. It's on Steam. I didn't realize that for like a long time, but yeah, it's on Steam. It's so hard to recommend that game. Yeah, the only good ways to play it in my opinion, are the phone port and the original on an actual DS hardware or a 3DS or something. But now the phone port's gone too, so that sucks. That's a hard story to believe. But I won't let your brother throw his life away for some delusional goal. How can I find him? You mentioned that he had discovered a venue for your fight. Underground, apparently. Unfortunately, I know little beyond that. Maybe the Underground Coliseum? Alright, I'll try and find your brother next time I'm in Kamurocho. You have my thanks, Kiryu-san. Please, set him free from this wickedness. I will. Okay, so we have to beat him in the Coliseum. I see. Okay. Alright, so we'll do that at some point. What other sub-stories do we got going around here? There's one over here that we can keep following up on. Yeah, it's a shame too, because The World Ends With You is a really good game. The soundtrack's really good. The combat is really interesting. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and the stories are really good too. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the new characters. I just felt like the game relied too much on the first game. And like also had been way too long from the original. I don't know. Also, the other bad thing about the Switch port was like before we got the sequel, the new ending was like just sequel bait for a game that we didn't have at that point, so. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I haven't played the epilogue myself. I think I skimmed over what it set up at some point, but I don't know. I just haven't been super interested in that. I remember playing Neo when it came out, and I enjoyed it, but like I kind of got tired of it like pretty fast. I don't know, maybe it was because I was playing on stream or something, but I just got like really tired of it. I enjoyed it overall, and I beat it, but like, I don't know, I kind of got burnt out on it. I kind of want to go back and play it again at some point, but like I said, I think it's a pretty good game in and of itself. It just leans really hard on its predecessor, more so than I'd like. I told you to back off. Oh, how I enjoy these cute little outbursts. Your every breath sets my heart aflame, you know. I said no. Come on, sweetie. You know money is no object. Just give me a number and it's yours. 1 million, 5 mil, or would 100 mil do it? I wouldn't go with you for all the cash in the world. Now get your stinking breath out of my face already. Young lady, do you know who you're addressing? You should be honored. Oh, I know damn well who he is. A sex-starved politician who thinks his fame buys him action. No, Mika. It's you. Keep walking, cue ball. Can't you see the lady and I are trying to have a conversation here? That's... Spit it out, you dunce. Otherwise, move along. That's my wife, damn it. Huh? What's gotten into you? Don't worry, Mika. I won't let this old fogey lay a hand or finger on you. When did you get so confident? It's like you're a different man. It seems our playtime has hit a little snag. Mita? Sir, teach this miscreant what happens when you cross me. Very well, sir. It would be my pleasure. Wait. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't play the new added epilogue. I just mostly went off of like what I remember of playing the original quite a bit. And it felt like that they focused way too much on the old characters, in my opinion. I don't know. I guess, yeah, you said it's a sequel. I just wish it would stand more on its own and it would focus more on the original characters and everything. How exquisite. Also, I missed that the combat had to get overhauled because it wasn't like on the 3DS or something. I think it lost quite a lot with without the UD combat system. I always love they have it set so like whenever NPCs come within a certain range of like a sub story happening, they just turn around. But more often than not, it just feels like they see like what's going on in the sub story and they just turn around. Like, look at that lady, she just turns around. She just sees what's going on and turns around. It's great. You lost the green puck. True. I mean, the new combat style is cool, but yeah, it does miss. It did lose like that kind of like unique combat system that the original had. There's more than where that came from. What happened to that tough guy act? Damn it. I can't let this continue. Hey, if you want someone to play tough guy, I'll oblige. You're the guy from the bridge. So our friend is a knight in shining armor, eh? You seem familiar somehow, but no matter. I'll take you both down. Ill-natured man. Come on, Yoshida, get him. Is there heat action I can do with the Yoshida? Probably not. Can I get the, there's a heat action I actually want to try out, I think. Oh, there we go. Can I get this? I'm trying to get this heat action off, but Yoshida's kicking the crap out of him, so he won't, like, I'm not getting my chance to. I'm trying to do a counter heat action here. He just keeps grabbing me. Come on, try and punch me, idiot. I have to, like, parry and then, like, heat action for this. Oh, here we go. There you go. That'll work, I guess. Forgive me, counselor. It seems I was outmatched. You okay, honey? Mika, I did it. Oh, come on. You only won because this guy was fighting. I gotta give you credit, though. You stood your own ground for me. You stood your ground for me. And admit, that felt good. That old perv didn't do anything, did you? To you, did he? Nah, I'm fine. Hey, ain't that Psyche, the bigwig government author? Typical politician. Just another creepy slime ball. How truly touching. Here, I trust this will be enough to ensure you don't breathe a word of this to anyone. Huh? Isn't that a bribe? Oh, no, no, no. I simply have no need for it. After all, as I say in my national best-selling book, there's more to life than money. Come along, Mita. We'll be going now. Yes, sir. Thanks for coming along when you did. Guy started hounding me in a bar and then he wouldn't take no for an answer. I gotta wonder, though. Where'd all that courage come from? Yeah, I ain't never seen you so fired up. Well, I was drowned in my sorrows over on a wild bridge when this guy came and made some time for me. I admit, I was almost at the end of my rope. He cheered me up by giving me a copy of that bestseller, You Unleashed. I ran home, cracked it open, and turns out the whole thing's chock full of cliche bullshit. It'd be better off as toilet paper. I was practically laughing my ass off by the end. That trash ain't bestseller quality at all, I tell you what. Got me thinking, though. There ain't no rhyme or reason to life. You just gotta roll with the punches. And if that was a waste of, and that waste of ink could succeed, then why couldn't I? Feel my confidence come flooding right back. Well, get a load of this. That guy was creeping on me. He's the one who wrote that book. Wait, really? You gotta be joking. I ain't. That pervy old bag of bones was Counselor Saki. What are the chances? Oh, that's a riot. It's a crazy world we live in. Yeah, no kidding, especially when it's the Yakuza world. Only makes me feel more confident knowing that Windbag struck it rich on that BS. Hey, big time, man. This never would have happened if you hadn't stopped to talk to me. Say, would you let me treat you to dinner? I'll pay for it with the sack of cash the old lecher gave me. Sorry, I've got some business to take care of. But you enjoy a nice dinner with your wife. Good idea. Well, here. I won't be needing this. You take it. Just gives me a modded model gun. Sure. Okay, dude. Thank you again. Bye now. Yeah, he's just kind of standing back there. I was just reminded of KH again, where it's just like, you know, sometimes it literally is just the plot of Frozen with Sora T-posing in the background with Donald and Goofy. You two watch each other's backs, okay? Gosh. Man, Frozen got so neutered in KH3. Like, it's so obvious that they wanted to make Elsa kind of like fall to the dark side somewhat and like get brought back by her sister, but then Disney was like, no, 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 Elsa merch, go burr, we can't have you do that. Anyway, we should do some Majima construction here. I think we've got like one more sub story we can do. Oh, it's just the golf one. Okay, gosh, I don't want to do the golf thing right now. Let's go over to Kamurocho. Let's go over to Kamurocho and do some sub stories. It looks like we've cleared out most of the ones over here. So, have you seen the "We Should Be Safe Here" clip? In what context? Sorry, what series? I guess I can't think of it off the top of my head, at least. Disney hates fun. No, Disney loves money. That's the answer. They're like, it might. Girls can't have like Elsa be evil. Yeah, because there's like tons of like little girls playing Kingdom Hearts 3. It might ruin the identity of the character for little girls. Then how will we sell merch? Anyway. But yeah, no. If you've never played KH3, there is a Frozen level complete within a complete like recreated section of Let It Go and everything, where Sora's just kind of like, wow, and T-posing in the background or whatever. It's very funny. But the whole world is kind of neutered, like, and like it's obvious that there was supposed to be kind of like another plot where Elsa was kind of supposed to fall to darkness and everything, but it seems like they got the ixnay on that plot fairly late in development, because like the boss doesn't make sense, except for like the final boss doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but would make sense as like something that Elsa created or something, or like a manifestation of her darkness. And like there's a whole like ice dungeon that was probably originally supposed to be created by Elsa, but instead is created by a random villain who has electric powers. Yeah. Oh, we should be safe here. Whoa! This looks like a good spot to find some ingredients. Gosh, the ingredients voice lines are just like burned into my skull. Oh, Kiryu-san. Oh boy, what happened to the orphanage now? What's wrong? Thank you for everything, Kiryu-san. I'll never forget all that you've done for us. Wait, what's all this about? Remember how I mentioned the old caretaker went back to the countryside to recover from his illness? Vaguely. Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, no, no. He's actually fully recovered. Oh no, no, no. He's actually fully recovered. He's coming back to work. Oh, that's incredible. Yes. But it also means my role as headmistress is at its end. Right. I've only been at Sunflower for 6 months, but I can't begin to describe how hard it is to say goodbye to those kids. So I was thinking I'd give them something to remember me by. Like what? Well, I want to build them a playground. That probably won't be easy, you know. Oh, I know. But I can't think of a more perfect way to bring them joy. But I have to be budget conscious, and nobody is biting at what I have to offer. To be expected. You need some pretty serious cash to get a project like that off the ground. I know it's a stretch. Really, I do. But I won't give up so easily. Maybe I can help you. Alright, if you're that into the idea, I won't stand in your way. Maybe I'll even help you. Really? Yeah. I might know some guys who owe me a favor. Oh, that would be wonderful, Kiryu-san. That contractor gave me his card would probably be willing to cut me a deal. Time to go squeeze some single lonely men out of their money. You've reached the friendly con artist from Everyday Renovations. That's short for construction artist, mind you. Yeah, hi. This is Kiryu. Oh, Kiryu-san, sir! So good to hear from you. I'm looking to build a playground over at Sunflower, and I was hoping you could give me a fair estimate. Oh, yes, of course. Why don't we discuss this further in the Champion District? It's short for construction artist. I'm sure we can reach a mutual agreement in person. Yeah, I can do that. See you soon. Alright. Well, shall we? It might be faster just getting a taxi then. Where's that taxi that we just got out of? Yeah, over here. Sorry, old man. Yeah. Been using taxis a lot more in this game than some of the other ones. I don't know. I remember running around Kamurocho a lot on foot in 0 and 1. I've been using taxis a lot more here. Oh, hello, gents. How's it going? Are you just gonna ignore me? I'm just one of the group. See, I just blend in. And here we have the thug in its natural habitat. See how he pushes his fellow man out of the way. He attempts to assert his dominance through loud and flashy clothing. See how he walks by the man who is most obviously passed out drunk. He shows no mercy for those who are weaker than him. See how he picks a fight with the apex predator, thinking himself strong in a group of his allies. See him getting absolutely bodied by that apex predator in a matter of 5 seconds. See him tremble and cry for his mommy and piss his own pants as he's beaten over the head with a metal pipe. Truly one of nature's wonders. Please, no more. You don't get to decide that, asshole. You know how you earned this, so stop your whining. Kiryu-san, help me. What's going on here? Can't you see we're busy? This ain't none of your business.
Boy.
It is, actually. I need that guy to be healthy enough to do some labor. Oh, you want to make it your business? Then you can join him. Congratulations, I have now made it my business. And you now have 2 less teeth. At least. Thank you so much, Kiryu-san. You saved my life. Not before you get a beat down. You got a beat down, though. Why'd the Yakuza turn on you? Well, after what happened with you last time, I decided it was time to turn over a new leaf. Live clean, you know? But my Yakuza friends weren't too happy with my newfound morals. Understandable. Anyway, I'm so glad you showed up when you did. What was it you needed to build again? A playground. But Sunflower doesn't have much of a budget. Can you find a way to make it work? Yes, I should be able to write off the labor as a donation. And don't worry, I won't charge you yen more than I say. I'm running this company legit now. Heh, glad to hear it. Looking forward to the finished thing. Alright. Oh yeah, tax write-offs. That makes sense. I mean, especially for like a kid's orphanage, right? Oh. Hi, Haruka. Hey, Uncle Kaz. They just finished building a playground at Sunflower. Wow, they're fast. Tsunaga-san gave it to us as a present. Isn't that incredible? I've been sunny all the time. Well, as long as you're happy, Haruka. I'm over here having fun with dudes and stuff, so you can have fun with your friends over there. Least I can do is spend 1 million yen on a playground. Ah. Yoshi! Hi, Yoshi! Bye, Yoshi! I never played Yoshi's Island. I don't know, I just never got around to it. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't played a ton of 2D platformers. I find that, like, I enjoy the music and, like, the layout of, like, the levels and stuff, but I tend to, like, not be too good at the whole platforming aspect, you know? So. What's your problem, asshat? You bump into me and get your greasy fingers all over my nice shirt? Sir, you're the one who bumped into me. And your shirt already looks like it needs a wash. Oh, you telling me I'm wrong, asswipe? Befriending the barker. If you won't say you're wrong, I will. What's that, tough guy? You want a piece of this too? Okay, we're just jumping straight into the fight then. Have an iron to the face. Here, I'll iron that shirt out for you. The face part is free. All right. I'm sorry, man. I'll pay for my own dry cleaning. Thank you so much, sir. You saved my life. I don't know why, but that guy really had it out for me. Well, I don't think he'll be back to bother you again. So true, sir. I'll pay you back for this someday. Just you wait. The barker is now your ally. Okay, so you can do a heat action with a barker. Okay. I will say, I think this game has some of the much more variety in its sub-stories. I think it's got the best sub-stories out of any of the Yakuza games I've played so far. Zero had some really good, like, off-the-wall ones. One had, like, some good in-depth ones. Two, but it also had, like, a lot of scammy ones that were just kind of eh. This one has, like, a good mix of, here's a short little thing where you befriend somebody and get a new heat action when you're around them. And then here's, like, a series one where you get to follow, like, a storyline through 3 different, like, little interactions, and you get to see a character have, like, a little bit of an arc. And then you have, like, and then you also have, like, some of the weird off-the-wall ones, like with the baby thing, right? So you've got, like, a good mix. You've got the weird ones from Zero, it feels like. You've got short and sweet and simple ones. And then you've also got, like, some ones that have, like, multiple legs, so. Yeah, the only ones that aren't scams are ones that were in the original for the most part. And some of those are really good, and some of those are just kind of eh. And they're fine. Like, some of them are just fine. But then there's, like, a lot of scam ones that just, like, bloat it. So it's like, do I really want to do this sub-story? It might just be another scam one. So. And it didn't have any of the, like, silly ones like Zero or this game has had, so. And then Majima's, like, ones were pretty good. I guess they had some more of the multi-legged ones that I'm seeing here. They were alright. They're alright. It's just alright. Majima's sub-stories were just alright. I don't know. I didn't do a ton of them, I guess. Like, I didn't do all of them. I think I did, like, 10 or so. So. The playground is finally finished, and I have no one to thank but you. No, your dedication to those kids is what built it. I just pushed it along. I don't know, Kiryu. I think we could take a little bit more credit here. I think we did quite a lot to get this playground built. I feel like we should get our name on a bench at least. Kiryu-san, today was my last day with the kids. Don't cry, Tsunaga-san. You're the closest thing to a mother those kids have, and they'll welcome you back with open arms anytime you care to visit. Yes, I suppose you're right. Here, these are for all your help, Kiryu-san. Thank you again. Yeah, the most notable ones to me that I can remember from Majima's game was the one where the older like office guy wanted to become a pirate. That one was kind of fun, kind of interesting. And then the coffee guys one, which was kind of interesting. But I was missing a little bit of context since I didn't see him. I don't know what like they're originally like. Oh, I guess there's that litter guy too. The guy who was atoning for his sins by picking up litter. But both that and the coffee one, I kind of need context from the original game to fully understand or like get the reference. I feel like they would have like enhanced those if I had already seen it. And then I guess there's the whole like one for your the comedian slash chef guy with like the live action stuff that we never did, but I heard briefly about. That seems kind of interesting and like kind of off the wall, but yeah. Tiger and bear ones were pretty good. Yeah, that one too. Yeah, so there was some pretty good sub stories in there. A lot of like off the wall wacky ones, but there was like the coffee one that was a bit more serious. And like the pirate one, the office worker turned pirate, was kind of like serious slash kind of funny, you know, with him trying to be a pirate, but then he's like, you know what? It's kind of like, it could have been anything. He could have been like, I'm retiring, I want to be a train conductor, but it just happened to be a pirate thing, so it was a little bit more goofy. But yeah. Here, these are for all your help, Kiryu-san. Thank you again. Handmade scarf. And a sunflower amulet. I guess I can get rid of the milk. There was also an idle sub story too. Oh, one that had like. I'm trying to think. Which one are you thinking of? Oh, and here's a picture of Haruka you might like. I took it when she came back to stay with us. Picture of Haruka 1. Okay. Interesting that says 1. Well, I should be going. I hope you'll find a way to make more children happy someday, Kiryu-san. You're rather good at it. Maybe so. Take care of yourself, Tsunaga-san. Same to you, Kiryu-san. Same to you. Now I'm imagining like a mini game of Kiryu like running an orphanage as like a side thing where you just like spend time like running the orphanage and like completely overhauling it, and like by the end of the game you've spent like 10 million yen on this orphanage to turn it into an absolute mansion with like tons of staff and everything. That sounds like a fun like side thing, kind of like yeah, kind of like how you have the business side thing, or you have the construction company and the cabaret clubs thing as like a whole like side system kind of thing. Yeah, I think it would be cool. I can see where you're going with this. Let me finish my thought, and then let me guess something where I think you're leading with this. If there was a whole side thing where you ran an orphanage and you spent a bunch of money on it. Now, my guess is, based off your question of side thing, is that it's going to be a major component of one of the future games, which means that I will get my chance to see if that would work or not. But I just am imagining, this is a really weird pull, okay? Do you guys remember the movie Hotel for Dogs? This was a movie that came out in like the 2010s, I think. And it was basically a movie about a boy and a girl taking over a abandoned hotel and basically running a like unofficial, unsanctioned animal shelter with a bunch of gadgets. There was a DS tie-in game where you basically did that, but as a DS game. It was kind of decent, not the point. That's what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of like running this. I'm thinking like small like puzzle mini game management kind of like spend money on it kind of like thing. Not Hotel Transylvania, no. Much more obscure pull. But anyway, no, I don't know, I think something like that could be fun. I guess I'll get my chance to see if it is fun or not in like a while here. Who knows how long it'll be, but I don't know which game that happens in, but it sounds like it happens in one of the games, so that'll be interesting to see. Anyway, I took the cab up here. There's one of those dudes you can fight after you fought enough of the regular goons that I'd like to fight up here. I think it also unlocks them as like a character for Majima Construction Agency, so it'd be good to do that. By the way, I unlocked Mama, the person who runs the bar. That we had that side story with by walking back over there and like trying to drink everything at that bar. So yeah, don't worry about it. All right, gone from my memory. One less thing to worry about. So you're the one who took down my little bro. I gotta say, that's quite a macho feat, because what he lacks in experience, he makes up for with raw power. Now you really gotta show me that strength of yours, muscle man. Tell you what, feed me and I'll give you my favorite piece of candy as a sign of my respect. I'll take you on. Well, that was a quick decision. I like that. Now get ready for some rumbling maniac action. Oh yeah! Kool-Aid man over here. Oh yeah! Gosh, I can only think of that, like, especially with that outfit, I can only think of that, like, one meme of, like, the construction dude just busting through a wall, being like, oh yeah! Oh, hello. I have not watched enough of regular show. Sorry. I think that's what you're referencing. I have not watched regular show, so. What says, oh yeah, after oh no. Oh no! Oh yeah! Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't think you'd be this tough. I'm convinced you were able to take my little bro down. And among these rippling musclemen, you two are a brother of mine. As for the candy I promised, I apologize. I actually scarfed it all down before our match. Will this do instead? A stun grenade? I mean, sure. I guess I'll get rid of the flashbang for the stun grenade. Okay. I only know that you're referencing regular show because of a bit in a Russian Badger video. Thank you, Muscle Man. I bought myself a hitbox. Oh, a hitbox? Oh, you mean a cheater box? You know who else got cheated on? It's not fair, bro. I did everything for her. My brother does that all the time just because. Sorry, I should preface. My little brother does that all the time because he knows it annoys me, where he'll make like your mom jokes. And it's like, you are talking about your own mother. We have the same mother. And that's why he does it. It's because he knows it bothers me. So I just stopped responding to it whenever he does it. Yeah. All right, let's go see what's going on over here. There's a sub store over here. Hey, I remember this store. This is where Majima was that one time. I can't directly look at the magazines this time. I think it's the same textures though. Oh, that's funny. The overhead music is from Yakuza Zero. I'm trying to remember. It's like the menu music for one of the mini games. Huh. Never really looked too close at the walls or anything. What are you doing, lady? Filming this old lady? Okay. You got any Doritos around here? I think my least favorite type of snack... Okay, hold on. Wow, I just ADHD there. I went to a place yesterday where there were Doritos on the shelf that were so old that they were like a month away from their Best Buy sale of like sell by date, because just nobody had bought them. Oh, there's Papori, which I'm guessing is a brand of like... Huh. Oh wow, they have a bunch of different like types of like and brands of Pocky. Maybe it's just off-brand Pocky. That could be it, because like licensing stuff. Tiger Dragon, which is how Majima got his weapons. Okay. Rice crackers suck so bad. But anyway, I was gonna say my least favorite type of snack food are the like those puffs, like foam kind of snacks, like Cheetos. You know how like Cheetos are like, or like cheese balls are like air-filled like foam pretty much with like cheese dust on them. I hate that so much. It just tastes so, like the texture is so bad and it gets in your teeth. Ugh, it's so bad. It's like probably, that's probably my least favorite like standard snack food. Just like texture wise and everything. I don't know. Do you guys have like any least favorite snack foods? Corgi said rice crackers. I don't know if I've had a rice cracker before. I feel like I have. Peeps are also pretty bad too. I remember having Peeps before, and they just are like marshmallows with sand on them for me. I don't know. Speaking of brands, you want to know how food place in this game is real? You can't fight inside, and you also can't destroy anything inside. I noticed that like while I was walking around eating at all the restaurants, Smile Burger has a second floor, which is wild. There's nothing up there. It's just there. Maybe there's something up there in some of the games, like they hide a key or something, but... Welcome, sir. How can I help you, sir? That's funny. That's a funny way of telling or not. I finished off some of the stuff I got from the deli at a Japanese supermarket today. I got some tempura and a vegetable, like a couple of vegetable croquettes, like as sides from their deli when I went there, and so I kind of like split it up between the last couple of days. I bought some chopsticks while I was there. I'm trying to like learn how to use chopsticks just so I can like, you know, use them when I want to use them and to try them out. I keep holding them. I think I'm holding them wrong. It keeps like I keep straining my hand, and like it kind of hurts to hold them the way I saw it done on like YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I'm holding them wrong. It just feels not great to hold them the way that they showed it. But what am I even here for? I don't remember. Oh, there was supposed to be a sub story, right? Probably once I buy something. This dude will. You're certainly into your job. There it is. Okay. But yeah, no. I've been trying to learn how to use chopsticks. Just got some plastic ones from there, so. I don't know. I think I'm just like pressing down. I'm just having a hard time figuring out how exactly to hold it, and like how much to press down with like how to hold it exactly, because I think I'm pressing down too much on my like lower fingers, and it's like hurting. I think is the problem. I don't know. trying it out, see how it goes. Only tried it a couple days, so. You're certainly into your job.
Hi.
I'm glad to hear you say that, sir. I always put the utmost effort into my work, sir. Huh. I thought convenience store clerks would be a little more low-key, though. I've never heard chopsticks. Yeah. You're a pro at them when you can use them on both hands. Gosh. I don't know if I could eat left-handed with a fork, Arif. I don't know if I could do that left-handed. I could do that left-handed, let alone actual chopsticks. I'll be plenty happy if I could just use them normally with my right dominant hand. Thanks. Huh, I thought convenience store clerks were supposed to be a little more low-key, though. We are, sir. But our manager gave us very specific instructions to ensure all of our customers are satisfied as possible, sir. He also said he'd check in on us and to push the Odin skewers, sir. So I'm always on my toes, and always full of Odin. I guess if life behind the counter isn't life behind the counter isn't easy. Oh, that reminds me. Next week I'm picking up some part-time work for a friend of mine. Gonna do some work next week, so stream might not be on like Tuesday, Thursday. It might be on like Monday, Friday or something. I'll let you guys know. Gotta figure out like what days I'll have what days I have work and stuff. It's only for like some short-term work for like a couple of weeks, so I'll let you guys know when I know more. So I guess life behind the counter isn't easy.
Hi.
It's a labor of love, sir. Anyway, please come back soon for all your shopping needs, sir. All right, I'll drop by later. And by later, I mean I'll walk outside, walk back inside, and buy something, and then walk back outside, and walk back inside, and buy something, and then I'll walk back.
いらっしゃいませ.
Pizza bun. Pizza bun. Are there any good like pizzas flavored snacks? Like snacks that are like chips or something that's flavored pizza? Yes, actually there is. There's one type of snack that I can think of that has a good pizza flavor, and it's combos. Those like pretzel things with like the filling in the middle. What if I just buy like one of everything? Maybe I have to come back later. But what if I buy one of everything? Nothing happened. Okay. I'll come back later, I guess. Alright. Well, at least we started. It looks like there's a couple over here. Let's do one or two more, and then we'll go ahead and do some Majima Construction Agency to wrap up for today. Do that for like an hour. Pull some gacha or whatever. Where's the sub-story? Is it like on an upper floor of this building or something? Maybe actually. There's this one over here.
Oi.
You there! Wait up a sec.
Oh.
What do you want? You're one of them, right? I can tell. Actually, I've got a job for you. It's pretty straightforward, so this should be cinch. Eccentric errand. Well, this is certainly fishy. Should I see where this goes? Let's hear it. I can't say I'm not interested. Alright, let's hear it. Actually, we shouldn't have this conversation in public. You got a cell, man? Yeah? Great. Give me your email. I'll shoot you the deets in a mail. This is where we go our separate ways. Keep an eye on your inbox, though. Okay. This reminds me of that time I got hired to kill myself. Oh, that was a whole sub-story, wasn't it? In Kiwami 1. Where somebody put out a hit on Kiryu, and Kiryu ended up picking up the guy's phone. Email? Who's it from? Thanks a ton for agreeing to this. You can call me Masa, by the way. As for the job, I had a key under a bench in Park Public 3. Just snag it and scoot your body over to the coin lockers. Oh yeah, the stuff is in the locker. My little secret. This guy is like a totally different person on email. Guess I'll just respond with an alright. Anyway, What about this other sub-story before we go and run off and do that? Is it down here in Debola or whatever? Oh, we haven't been to this club since Kiwami 1. Yeah. What's going on over here? I remember I threw somebody out the balcony up there. And I fought Majima. Well, did I fight? No, yeah, because there was a fight with Idol Majima. Oh, hey, dude. What can I get you, sir? Actually, I heard you guys are looking for bouncers. Oh, right, the bouncer thing. And who's the moron's friend that? You can keep this on the down low, right? Yeah. Alright, then. We run a legit club here. We got this underground bouncer ring that takes requests from people around town. Someone submits a request, I send him one of my boys. I'd say the most common request we get is taking down thugs. But things have been getting rough lately. The streets are more dangerous than ever, and my staff can't hack it. Long story short, yeah, we could use a guy like you. I've even got a job for you right now if you want it. Just swing by when you got the time. I'll make it worth your while, man. So, you in? Sure. Great. You got a name? It's Kiryu. Kiryu? You mean like Kazuma Kiryu? Didn't think I'd be hiring a legend when I got out of bed this morning. Anyway, welcome aboard. Oh, you recognize Kiryu. Oh, okay. That's the sub-story, huh? Oh, and then I guess you can come and talk to him and just fight a bunch of guys for money. All right. I mean, Kiryu's always down to fight guys for money, right? All right. That's kind of an interesting little sub-story, I guess. Whatever. Okay. We should have walked over and done that before. Okay. Let's see. I guess let's finish up this text one. I'm guessing that it's over here. I would stop by Serena, but that's where the plot is. We'll save the plot for next week. Get through about 1 or 2 chapter a week. Do it fine. Honestly, I'm in no rush to finish the game. I wish I had more time to play it on stream, but like I'm not in a rush to finish it, you know? I don't know. I guess I do control how much time I have to play it on stream. Ah, they saw me. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. The what is it? Extreme heat mode is fun. I like it more better than Kiwami 1's heat or like extreme gimmick or whatever it was, right? Having like this super powered like meter mode is kind of fun. Time to go see what's in that locker. Okay. Do you guys prefer Kiwami 1 or Kiwami's 2 heat mechanic? I think Kiwami 2, I think I like more just because it doesn't warp battles as much. Kiwami 1, you need to unlock a specific thing a lot of the time to actually use the heat mechanic, and like that can be kind of late in the game, especially with the dragon one. A green box, huh? Wonder if that's for that sub-story or if it's for something else. This one's just kind of fun because it's like, it makes sense. Is it basically just double trigger? It kind of is, isn't it? But like, you know, having a mode that you go into and like drains your heat over time is fun. Lampstand. It is a weapon. That's fun. All right, we'll have to try and use that against people. I forgot I have a shotgun and a crutch. I have to swap out some more of these weapons. Try some other ones. I like Kiwami 1 for graphic stuff and other things, but Kiwami 2 for photo mode. Interesting. What specifically about Kiwami 2's photo mode do you like? Oh, platinum plate. Okay. All right, I guess that green box must have been for the sub-story then, because I don't see any more I can open. I assume we'll get a text here. Yeah. Hiya, looks like you got your hands on my box. Now take it over to the guy in the suit behind Shine. Okay. He really doesn't have the right tone for this kind of job. I'm the one who got myself into this, though. Guess I'll find the guy in a suit behind Shine. Fair enough. Yeah, the photo mode in KH3 was kind of fun too. I never feel like I get enough use out of the photo modes in games. I feel like the only one I did was in BioShock 1, where you take photos of enemies to make yourself stronger against them, which was kind of interesting, but also kind of like funny. I remember people flexing with Kingdom Hearts 3, like taking fights and like taking pictures in like boss fights and stuff. Though that was fun. The whole like camera phone, like social media posts on like loading screens were kind of fun in Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. Just like in universe social media posts about like Axel being confused on like why Roxas looks like Ven or whatever, or Riku talking about his replica or something. That's fun. Yeah. It is kind of weird, isn't it? Because like taking photos is like one of the main things that you do as Spider-Man, or it feels like Spider-Man does a lot. So it would make a lot of sense for there to be a like kind of an in-depth camera mode and like build it in for like some side missions or something for like J. Jonah Jameson. I want more pictures of Spider-Man. Like maybe there could be like side missions where you have to like set up cameras and like you have to do like certain combos or something near the cameras, or you could like take pictures anytime and sell them to Jameson, and he would give you a certain amount of money based off of like if Spider-Man's in the picture, if like an enemy's in the picture, that kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like it'd work in pretty well. I'm apparently supposed to give you this. So, you're working for him? I guess you could say that. Okay. I'll transfer the money right away. I should know better than to ask, but what exactly is in the box? Yeah, you should know better. It's none of your business. So you see you later. I know. The only like mini game that I can think of though when I think Spider-Man is I kind of want to play that Spider-Man game on stream. The original Xbox one. It'd be kind of fun to play on stream. I never beat the final boss. It was always way too hard for me as a kid. And it is the one that has that like pizza mini game. I could play it on stream sometime. That'd be kind of fun. Hiya. For your last task, you get your butt over to Kamuro Theater. Find the guy with the hair and ask him how many bells he needs. Well, at least this madness is finally in sight. An end to this madness is finally in sight. Should head to Kamuro Theater and get this over with. Okay. Is that all the way? Yeah, it's all the way back over here. Okay. Where am I now? Let me take a right actually and take a taxi over there. Do you guys have any superhero games you really like? I remember really liking that Spider-Man one, and then there was one called Marvel Ultimate Alliance I kind of liked. It's this interesting, kind of weird mix of like a Marvel like beat 'em up game and like an action RPG where like there's different equipment to farm from like bosses from different stages, and like characters have levels and you can unlock abilities for like the 30+ characters. I remember playing it quite a bit on the 360 and it was quite a bit of fun. I never beat it just because there was so much to do in that game. I would always get like way too lost in just doing like random stuff, but it was a lot of fun. There was like a hub world to walk around and you could like talk to different people. It was good. It was like pretty good. I don't know if it's anything I'd ever play on stream, but it was a lot of fun. Something kind of out of my wheelhouse compared to the other games I was playing at the time, but yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Yeah, no. Physics be physicking? The physics be The physics be physics. Too bad you can't, like, jump over the hoods of cars or something. Like, just Kiryu action jumping over the hoods of cars and all that. Wah! You can't get hit by them either. At least not yet. Maybe. Running around at the speed of sound. I wonder if there's a mod that makes Kiryu just run at, like, supersonic speeds, like just 2x, 2000x or whatever. Sounds like a fun mod. You can get on top of cars. Okay. You looking for something, pal? How many bells do you need? You! Say your prayers, you son of a bitch! Huh? Money? Bring into extreme heat mode here. Oh shoot, that's my bad. QT messed up the QT. Then again, I think I hit the wrong thing because X is technically square. Because yeah, Xbox. I swear I fixed the Xbox thing last night when I was like eating at all the restaurants, because I was like, oh, now's my chance to fix the Xbox thing, and I fixed it. And then I booted up the game today and it wasn't fixed anymore. I don't understand why. I haven't, yes, okay, I had to think in my head. I haven't connected an Xbox controller to this computer since like in the last day or two, at the very least. I don't know, whatever. Okay, I'll try that next time I get into a fight with a group of guys, I guess. What'd you attack me for? Some guy named Masa emailed me about a job. All it said was to beat the crap out of a guy in a suit who asked how many bells I needed. Looks like we've been tricked. Nani? Tricked? Nani? The hell you mean by that? I'm here for a job from Masa too. He said you'd pay me if I asked about the bells. I don't got any cash for you though. Likewise, I don't think he planned on paying either of us. He probably told you to attack me so I'd stay quiet. Best case, he'd get a double takedown. That two-timing piece of shit! I guess there's no cash at the end of this string after all. But he must have known one of us would win, and he would need us both silenced. In other words, he's probably nearby, hoping to finish off the winner. Oh. Stop right there, criminal scum! Pay your fine or go to jail. There's a game series I haven't played. That'd be fun to play, Skyrim. It'd be fun to play Skyrim on stream. You're cornered now, Masa. It's time you start answering some questions. I don't know. Would people still be interested in somebody new playing Skyrim in the year 2027? Maybe. Maybe. Damn, damn, damn! Why did you just die like you were supposed to? Now I gotta finish this myself. I did play Fallout 4 on stream. Technically Fallout New Vegas, but we don't talk about that. That did not go well. That was a throwing shit at the wall kind of thing. I was trying to do a gimmick stream with that and it did not work out. I was throwing shit at the wall trying to see what stuck. I was just getting burned out on Twitch or whatever. Not getting anywhere with it, so. How are you so strong? Crab! I get to ask the questions here. First, what was the point of all that? What was in the box? Put the bunny back in the box. What was in the box? If you won't talk, I can always beat the answer out of you. Please, I've had enough. It was a high-powered surveillance camera. A what? But no, I did play Fallout 4 on stream. That was kind of fun. It was a while ago, though. New Vegas would be kind of fun, I guess. Maybe some... There's that Fallout New London. But then I'd have to probably buy it on GOG, because modding the Steam version of Fallout 4 is a nightmare now. It's a device you can use to monitor people without them knowing. That's how I tracked you. I'm kind of an expert. It was just a job that I didn't want to take personally, so I set you up to do in my stead. You know, in case it went south. I'll pay you however much you want. Just let me go. You received 150,000 yen. Don't you ever pull people into your messes again. Now get lost. I'm so sorry. I knew this was gonna be fishy. Alright. Get away. Hiya, pal. Sorry for all the fuss. It's me, Masa. I was wondering, how about you and me team up? I'm blocking this creep. Fair enough, Kiryu. Hiya, friendo. Kind of reminds me of the texting style of P3 Fez's like hermit arcana. You know, the teacher one. I think the like handwritten emoticons are kind of what reminds me of it. Do you guys like handwritten emoticons more than like the new emojis that everybody has access to? I don't know. I think the handwritten ones, well, I guess handwritten is kind of like debatable. The like written out ones, I guess I should say, have a bit of charm to them that the just like put, you know, emoji here don't really have, in my opinion. Written out ones are cooler. Yeah, I think they got a certain amount of charm to them. I find myself using emojis a lot to try and convey a tone, because I know that like it's hard to convey certain things through like just text, so I try and like make sure to throw in emojis with a lot of messages to try and like convey what I'm trying to convey, because you do lose a lot when you go from like talking in person to like talking over text. You lose like a lot of things like body language and all that, so sarcasm is a lot harder to do over text if you don't have like emojis or whatever. Extreme powerful throw. Sorry, that should be Kiwami powerful throw game. I think you need to fix that. It'd be funny if there was a mod that in Kiwami 1 or 2 that just went through the entire script and just like replaced all instances of extreme with Kiwami. That'd be funny, I think. All right, let's go do Majima. Let's go hang out with Majima and beat up some dudes over there. We'll do some gacha. We'll build some stuff. Where's that key? Oh, there it is. It's hiding behind the... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's probably called the Japanese translation. No. I mean, like, just the English game, but, like, every single time somebody says extreme in the script, it just changed it to Kiwami. Gosh, I really kind of want to look at some of the mods for these games. I have really high expectations, but I've seen some really fun stuff from the games. I don't know. Maybe it'd be fun to do like a stream or two of like modded Yakuza here at some point. Nope. Ambush specialist. Okay, new mini boss fight. Let's go do the mini boss fight, I guess, first. That way we can maybe recruit him through the gacha or whatever for Majima's construction agency. Also, that way I can keep moving along, because I have to beat up a certain amount of goons to unlock each one, so... Yeah. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello? Hello? Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Hello? Hello? Sir, 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 I have this great new product for you. You can pay in weekly installments. Sir, sir, look at this new miracle sponge. Sir, sir. Don't you think your car looks a little dirty, sir? I have this new miracle sponge. Sir? Sir? Hello, sir. Would you like to learn about our Lord and Savior telephone? The grab? That's a wonderful knife you got there, sir. I hope you are satisfied with your massage, sir. That will only be 40,000 yen. Anyway, what was I doing? Broke his butt, indeed. He wasn't using it, right? I mean, it was already cracked to begin with. That's such a dad joke. I saw a funny video of Harrison Ford telling a joke, and it was like, oh my gosh, my grandpa like tells that joke, which makes sense because my grandpa's probably about as old as Harrison Ford. It was the ice fisherman joke. Y'all ever heard the grandpa ice fisherman joke? Oh, right. Lightning attacks. They aren't lasting long enough, I guess, to do the thing. I'll try it next time, I guess. And we're about to fight tougher dude, so maybe that'll work out. Yeah. So there's this ice fisherman, right? And so he's out on the ice. And so he gets down there and he starts cutting a hole in the ice there. And so he's, you know, he's cutting his way through the ice, he's getting it out there. And all of a sudden, from overhead, he hears a voice. There are no fish under the ice. And the ice fisherman looks out, he's all freaked out. He looks around, he doesn't see anybody. He's like, okay. So he moves over like 10 feet and he starts cutting. He's looking around. He's cutting, and he hears from overhead, there is no fish underneath the ice. And he looks around, he doesn't see anybody. He's like, God, is that you? And from overhead he hears, no, I am the hockey rink manager. Such a stupid dad joke. My grandpa liked it. It's so stupid. It's such a dad joke. It's good. It's funny, but it's such a dad joke. I just something about seeing Harrison Ford tell a grandpa joke is so good. Okay, fair enough. Well, we can find out what's going on with the dude, the barker, and the guy with a baseball bat. Hello. I don't know. I remember my grandpa telling that joke before. It's funny. It's a classic, but yeah. Hey Gramps, you ever heard of some old fuck named Kiryu? They say, well, the Kiji brothers, but I won't believe it till I see it. Apparently this Kiryu guy's pretty strong, but since he doesn't know my face, all I gotta do is ambush him. I'll win without a hitch. I'm Kiryu, you idiot. Oh, well, fuck. You know what? I'm gonna ambush you anyway. Get some. Sokka, sneak attacks don't work when you yell it out loud. Yeah, it's just like, what? I get money if I stand here and say this? Okay, whatever, I don't care. I literally don't give a shit anymore. Like, Harrison Ford didn't give much of a shit to begin with, and now he's just like an old man. He's like, yeah, I really don't care. Ooh. Let me just Yeah, okay. I'll see if I can unlock it after this. Ooh, that was fun. Fun fight, though. How did you know it's me? Let me off the hook, man. Here, I'll give you this instead of fighting fair and square from now on. Oh, Patriarch's bat. Dang! That's a pretty good weapon. All right, yeah, I'll take that. You know what? I don't think I really need the stun grenade. But yeah, I'll take a Patriarch's bat. That's usually a pretty good weapon in these games. So it's probably under battle skills. Yeah, I didn't even have a bat to begin with, so. Parry mastery would be good to get at some point. Extreme heat mode. Kamaki breakfall style, Kamaki breakfall strike. There's Tiger drop. Knockbacks, Lotus School spearmanship. Impentral body, Lotus Fists of Fury. Yeah, it might be locked still. Okay. Fair enough. Ultimate powerful throw. I like 4,736 of that red XP, and I can't barely spend it because I want to hold on to the other XP for other things. What am I even really trying to get? I don't know. Whatever. Well, let's just boost heat actions. Why not? That sounds fun. Can I boost my heat gauge at all anymore? No. I think my defense is the only thing I can upgrade. Although there is an achievement for breaking the barrier on a stat, which I don't know it means like doing that through equipment. Since right now all my stats are at A, but I imagine there's an S, so I don't know if you can get like level 5 health at some point, or if like it just means like equipping equipment that gives you a lot of like one stat to get to an S rank. I guess I could find out a minute. Do I have an equipment that like gear that like gives me a lot in like a specific stat, I guess? Here's 30 attack. Yeah, no, okay. It's still only an A. Well, for now. All right. Right. Majima. Let's go take a taxi up there and we'll go hang out with Majima for a bit. We'll call it, and then we'll call it a day. Will we still be in a fight when we get all the way over here? Okay, I was wondering if they would try and like chase me all the way over here, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's see. Is it over here? Ah, there's Majima. Hi, Majima. How's it going, buddy? Here to stir some shit up with you. Let's do some, gotcha a minute. We've got 1.6 million yen, so we can do a little bit of gotcha. Ah, nobody came. Nice. Okay. We should be able to fortify our HQ a bit more now that we have more members. Well, there goes all of our money. Ah, well. We'll just milk it out of some single dudes again if I need to. Or we can earn some back with the construction company thing itself. Do we have a copper attacker we can swap out? Yeah, we do. Majima, 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 Majima. Yeah, it just looks so tired. He's a hard-working man. No wonder he looks so tired. All right, I guess let's do the next one then. All right, let's see how much I remember of this from, like, what was that, last Thursday? Okay. Oh, interesting. We've got a different layout this time. Okay, that's new. All right. Where do we want to put our defenders then? Are they going to come out of the sides? I don't think so. Okay. Let's put like one defender here. One defender here. And like one defender here. And then we'll put a ranged dude over here. The other ranged dude over here. And then we'll put our attackers up front. Wait for Majima to get up here. And then that should be good. What's going on? Okay, they got it. Okay, here comes wave 2. Majima, 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 Majima. Let's move you a little bit over this way a bit more. Let's like space out the attackers a little bit better, I think. Too many are getting through on the left side. Let's heal and upgrade all of our attackers. Got some buff dudes, I guess. Got some healing. This defensive dude could use a little bit of healing. Go ahead and grab that in a sec. Move back over here. I should probably move the range guys a little bit forward. They're not really doing too much right now for the most part. There should be in somewhat of a range where the defender's kind of stuck behind that thing, isn't he? Yeah. Here, get over here and defend this box, will you? These back guys are going to try and get over here. No, he's got it. Okay. Okay. We got a good amount of money. Oh, nice. More money. Where is the... Move that defender there. Move that defender there. Let's go ahead and activate some buffs for everybody. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade Mama and Majima. Oh, shoot. No, get over here, dude. What the heck, dude? Okay. Finally. Come on, get him, Nisha. There you go. Oh, okay. Boss time. Nice, boss is down. Defenders, get over there and defend. Gosh darn it. Okay. Good thing I bought those upgrades for health for the equipment. Alright, let's get the defenders back in position. Let me grab one of the gun dudes and throw him, grab that money in real quick. Let's upgrade Mama. Let's upgrade the range dudes and anybody else who hasn't been upgraded yet. We've got plenty of money. Let's move this dude over on this side. Nice, that's rank. More buff dudes. Let's go and buff everybody in a minute. Upgrade that dude, I guess. Majima, can you come over here and help with these guys a minute? Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Oh, shoot. Bad guys. Okay, that's not good. Nice, nice. That was a good grenade. Got rid of like a whole bunch of them. Boy, man, Majima's pretty speedy. He zips around that battlefield. Okay. Another S rank. Nice, nice. More of them. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop the healing a minute. Let's see. Go ahead and grab that money for me a sec, dude. Then you can move back to your spot. Same for you. Grab that money. Dude, grab the money, please. Thank you. Before it despawns. Okay. Looks like we got a sec to think. Nope, never mind. No time to think. Keep an eye on this dude's health. Gotta upgrade him before he gets too low. I think one of these gun dudes could get upgraded. Yeah, this guy. Be a bit better. Let's activate that. Get rid of that group of enemies. Gotta kind of keep an eye on the attackers for their abilities, because they have to actually be near enemies for them to use their abilities properly. The support ones seem to work on everybody, but the active like attack abilities are focused around certain characters. So nice. Heal everybody a minute. Yeah, having a healing ability is really important. Otherwise, the only way to heal people is to upgrade them. Oh, okay. All right, boss wave. Let's upgrade our attackers and anybody else who's kind of lower level. Keep the rest. Let's give a buff to everybody. No, mama, no! Oh well. Majima, get over here. In fact, everybody I think can get over here because I think. Nice, that's the boss down. There's no more goons, right? Oh shoot. Okay, there we go. There we go. Unfortunately, we lost Mama, so we won't get the perfect bonus, but pretty good. Or I guess not perfect, but you know, like not losing anybody. It feels like you should be able to upgrade to have more people in your squad, but Managing this many is already kind of a panic kind of situation, so okay, not bad, not bad. Let's level up some people, do some gacha, and if we can do some gacha, I don't know if that gave us enough money too or not. Should probably upgrade our SR defender. That'd pretty much be all of our money. So would all this. Let's just upgrade, I guess, the container. Since that took a lot of damage last time. Oops, went back too far. It's kind of fun. I know, I do think that maybe I should do some of this off stream, but let's do one more stage on here a minute and then we'll wrap up for today. I feel like this is a good side mode to just kind of chill out and do a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of like low energy. I don't know about low energy. It's kind of like more passive compared to the rest of the content in the game, though. So I know how well it does on stream. I don't know. I do think that's like less fun to like watch a fight than to be able to participate in it with this game. Okay. Oh yeah. Kind of reminds me of like RTS games and stuff, but that reminds me, I was talking about like, I think I put a poll out on YouTube, asking like if you guys want to watch me play like Command and Conquer. I actually got more yeses on that than I thought I would. Yeah. We're just putting up improvised, like, oh, I just noticed, yeah, we're over by the theater, aren't we? We're just putting up like improvised barriers over by the theater. Nice, that took out all the enemies by Majima. Although I guess unlike RTS, you're just like, you're acting more like turrets, like a tower defense game. So you should be thinking of them like as turrets, kind of like, you don't need to move them around a ton if you already have them in a good spot, I guess. I feel like the attackers are the thing that you would want to move the most. The defenders in range are pretty much kind of as they are. I guess I should have upgraded the truck since that's the only thing we're really defending here. There we go. Nope, what's going on? There, okay, the defender got him. Okay. Mid-boss wave. Okay. Midway through this. Let's go ahead and upgrade Majima. It'll be fun once we get some more, like, unique characters, I think. I think it'll be fun to have, like, a bunch of characters from different, like, side sub-stories and stuff. But so far, we haven't gotten that far. I don't know. It feels a little weird. Maybe I'll have to look up, like, which, like, people come from which sub-stories at some point, like, later on in the game. Because we might have already unlocked some, but since we didn't have access to the Majima construction thing, they didn't, like, you know, join the Majima construction thing. No, I thought I healed Mama. Oh, dang. Oh, the mid-boss. Right, I forgot. My bad. I wasn't keeping a closer eye on that. Should have been. No, not our other attacker. Oh, dang. That's not good. That's only the mid-boss, too. We lost 2 of our attackers. Yeah, I saw that. I know. Maybe if it goes on sale, I'll buy it, but I was like, eh. I don't really need it. Maybe for a replay, it would be good, but yeah. Dang, we lost 2 of our attackers. That's not good. I wonder if I'm thinking about this wrong. I wonder if I should be putting a defender on each objective. Like 1 or 2 defenders on each objective. Rather than putting them at choke points. I think either kind of works, but maybe there's a way that works a bit better. Something to think about at least. Something also to think about is once somebody flees, you can no longer use their abilities, so. Just another thing to consider, I suppose. So far, I haven't felt like the DLC for any of the Yakuza games is like too overwhelming, apart from maybe Pirate Majima, with how much of it there is, with like the pre-order bonuses and all that kind of stuff. But like going through like Kiwami 1, 2, and 0, like the DLC is mostly cosmetic stuff or like small things for like the mini games like this. Hasn't been anything like super overwhelming or anything. Although maybe we'll see like the new content for Yakuza 0 come out as like a DLC or something. It'd be cool if they added the like multiplayer mode as a free update, but I kind of doubt it. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those things that's like exclusive to the Switch too. It's just going to be kind of this weird thing where you kind of like watch people on YouTube play it and it's like popular for like the first few months and then it's only like the diehards playing it. Kind of like BioShock's multiplayer. Oh, really? Okay. Well, they hide New Game Plus behind DLC in one of the games, which is annoying. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll postpone Yakuza 3 and 4 to wait for them to go on sale. It depends on how close we are to the Steam, like, summer sale by the time we play it. Because I'm not sure how long it'll take to get through some of the other games I want to play this year. But I could see myself, like, you know, maybe doing some modded Yakuza 0 for like a week or 2 or something like that. And like wait a week so I can save myself some moolah on 3 and 4. It depends on how close we are to the sale. Oh gosh. Okay, everybody to the front. Oh my gosh. Okay, the boss is down. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was close. This stream didn't like, there's so many of those bad dudes. Okay, that was fun though. Yeah, it all worked out. And I thought it wasn't gonna work out when we lost 2 of our attackers, but oh well. Especially on the mid boss there. But yeah, it all worked out in the end. Thanks. Yeah, I haven't played like a actual tower defense game in a minute. Have you guys at all? Well, no, that's technically not true. I played a VR one, I think sometime last year when I was messing around with VR stuff on stream. About the only game that I can stream it and play in VR at the same time. I've tried streaming with VR stuff before. It's a pain to set it up on the back end for streaming, and it's also like really intensive on my PC, so it's hard to do. Yeah. I keep getting the ad for that like endless tower defense one, but okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think we're gonna get ready to wrap up for today here soon. But yeah. No, I appreciate it. Oh, ragdolls. Home run. Gosh. Wii Sports is such a classic, isn't it? Just an absolute classic. Oh boy. But yeah. That was fun. Ooh. Yeah, it was. I talked quite a bit there. I talked so much that it took like 20 minutes before we even got into the game. I think that's a first for me. I don't know. It's weird. Shenanigans, yeah. I'm pretty... I will talk to myself at times, but I feel like awkward talking to myself on stream sometimes. But no, it worked out today. Try to get a little bit better at that. I don't know, I feel like I'll talk myself through like a problem or whatever, but I feel like if I did that on stream, people would like look at me weird. But like people talking to themselves is pretty par for the course, I feel like, on streams and stuff. Shenanigans. Fun shenanigans though, fun shenanigans. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, Arif. It was good. I enjoyed it quite a bit too. It was nice. I've been working on stuff all day, so it was nice to like sit down and play a game, you know? Nah, if nothing else, like, it's nice to have this time to like just sit down and play video games. It was nice even like when I was doing a full-time job and I would come home and like do this, you know? Makes me want to do it more often. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about like doing it like on the weekly. Because here's the thing. On the one hand, it would be kind of fun to do weekly, like every weekday streams. But then I feel like I would want my time back on the weekends to like work on projects or whatever. Or just have my time to myself. But on the other hand, it would be kind of nice to stream more. Well, it'd be one more day a week. Could just change the schedule to Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something. Or just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And it'd be about the same thing. Same amount of days. And I already do that like half the weeks anyway. I already schedule extra streams, quote unquote, like at least once a month, it feels like. Whatever. Yeah. I just feel like I wouldn't get anything done if I streamed on the daily. Yeah. True. I don't know, maybe there's a better solution. I could start a bit earlier on weekdays, but then if I get a job, then I have to like push it back anyway. I'll think about it. See if there's a good option or something. But in any case, I hope you guys are all having a good week and everything. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I'm gonna go eat some din-din. I have no idea what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna go eat some din-din. I hope you guys are having a good week and everything. I'll hopefully see you back for more Yakuza next week. I'll let you know what days I'm going live. I know I'm going live Tuesday so far. I don't know if it's going to be like a beyond that, but I know at least I'll be back again on Tuesday. And also this weekend too for more. Speaking of SMT4, more SMT4. So I got to go make demons that are capable of killing angels actually tonight. So I got to go do that in a minute. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good week. Thanks for hanging out, Erev, Corgi, Jeppo, just scrolling up real quick. Goro was here, of course. And anybody else lurking or watching back on the VOD. I hope you guys are all having a good week, and I will hopefully see you later. See you guys.